So we can jump over to the next one, to the Philippines. There will be a video again. Yeah, thank you.
Good day, everyone. I am Marne Origenes from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, Laguna, Philippines. I will be presenting today our paper entitled Geographical Distribution of the Top Prioritized Plant Species in the Forest over Limestone, Samar Island Natural Park, Philippines. To start with the introduction, Samar Island Natural Park is located on Samar Island, Philippines, has been identified as a biodiversity-rich island that provides essential ecosystem services to the community. Despite the implementation of the National Integrated Protected Area System, this protected area has suffered serious degradation, and one of the most exploited forest resources in SINP are depleting in the protected area. As a result, using geographic information system can provide a better visualization and information on species location and distribution, which is also a requirement to sustainable forest management that could help to prevent the extinction of economically valuable species in SINP. Mapping the distribution of species offers several advantages that could provide baseline information on plant species distribution exposed in high risk, which is helpful in identifying appropriate management scheme for the conservation of flora in SINP. Hence, the study was carried out to map the distribution of the top prioritized plant species in SINP's forest over limestone and to provide a true picture and status of the species in Philippine settings. The study specifically aims to map the distribution pattern of the top prioritized plants and its mother trees in SINP, to generate a distribution map of the SINP's prioritized plants across the Philippines, and to determine the conservation status and threat of the prioritized plants for stricter protection and regulatory measures. The location of the study was located in the Philippines in the island of Samar, the third largest island in the Philippines. The sampling site is located within the selected municipalities in Parana, Samar, and Top Eastern Samar. These selected areas were part of the Samar Island Natural Park, which is situated in the center of Samar Island. Samar Island was designated as one of the country's protected area under the National Integrated Protected Area System Act by Presidential Proclamation 442 on August 30, 2003. It is the largest terrestrial protected area in the country, covering 333,300 hectares and a total buffer zone area of 125,400 hectares. Samar Island is divided into two weather types based on modified Corona's climate classification, and the sampling sites, which is in the northeastern part of the island, experience type 2, which has no dry season and a very pronounced rainy season. The average rainfall records for Paranas and Taft are both high at 3,034 millimeters and 4,682 millimeters respectively. The average temperature for Paranas is 28.8 degrees Celsius and 27.2 degrees Celsius for Taft. Next, for the methodology. For the mapping the distribution of the prioritized plants and their mother trees, there were 27 prioritized plants categorized as high priority levels, requiring strict harvesting regulation in SINP based on the Localized Conservation Priority Index. These prioritized plants were geotagged within the 18 sampling sites previously conducted in SINP. After obtaining the coordinates of each prioritized plants, these were then mapped out using QGIS. The geographic coordinates of the prioritized mother trees were obtained from Project 4 of the Conserve Kaigangan program. For the distribution of the SINP's top prioritized plants across the Philippines, the distribution was determined using Coast Digital Flora of the Philippines and the geographical coordinates of where the prioritized plants are commonly found were then extracted from Google Earth. For the conservation status and threat to the prioritized plants, the updated national list and IUCN was used in the study. A thorough review of published literature as well as any information available online about the threats to each prioritized plant was also undertaken. We are now down to the result and discussion of the study. Results revealed 27 prioritized plants categorized as high priority levels in SINP as shown in this slide. These prioritized plants were higher in terms of harvesting risk, economic use, cultural use, species distribution, and frequency value, all of which require strict harvesting regulations in SINP. For the distribution pattern of the top prioritized plants in SINP, there are a total of 2,071 individuals recorded in SINP from these 27 prioritized plants as shown in Figure 2, with 22 prioritized plants and 902 individuals observed in Paranas, and it was observed that Plat 9 obtained the highest number of individuals and Plat 1 obtained the lowest number of individuals with 66 individuals respectively. Plat 2, on the other hand, obtained the highest number of species, while Plats 8 and 9 obtained the lowest number of species with 3 species each respectively. There were 11 prioritized plants and 1,169 individuals observed in top eastern Samar Plats, and Plat 18 obtained the highest number of individuals, and Plat 11 obtained the lowest number of individuals with 69 individuals recorded. Plats 11 and 16 obtained the highest number in terms of species, and Plats 14, 15, 17, and 18 obtained the lowest number of species with 2 species each recorded. As shown in this distribution map, the top 2 species, the color blue and red, with the highest number of individuals observed in SINP are Shorea negrosensis and Hansha winseliana. Figure 3 illustrates the distribution of the prioritized mother trees in SINP. Badera et al. Documented a total of 43 mother trees in SINP for in situ conservation. However, only 5 mother trees among the 27 prioritized plants were only documented in their study. The finding shows that Shorea negrosensis had the greatest number of mother trees, with 17 mother trees recorded in SINP, as shown in these blue trees. It was followed by Gispyros discolor and Batica mangachupoy. Next is Acrelaria commingiana, and the last one is the Wallasiodendron silvicum, with only 1 mother tree documented. These mother trees could be designated as a genetic resource area whose location is already known in SINP as shown in Figure 3. The remaining 22 prioritized plants have no mother trees documented in SINP, and these should be traced and located as it is important to conserve their genetic resources to ensure continuous increase and perpetuity of their population. The SINP's top prioritized plants across the Philippines is shown in this figure. And based on the results, majority of the prioritized plants are native species, which is the color green, while 22% are endemic species, the red color. The endemic species are Hansha winseliana, this is Cycas, Cycas romaniana, Caryuta cumingi, Artocarpus rubruvineus, Shorea negrosensis, and Shorea contorta. It was revealed that many of the prioritized plants have fewer occurrences points, and as shown in this figure, the species with the lowest occurrences in the Philippines are Ontosperma tigularium, Picus glandilofera, Asianthus recupilus, and Hansha winseliana. Furthermore, these prioritized plants with fewer occurrences have also fewer individuals observed in SINP, except for Hansha winseliana. Despite Hansha winseliana is only found in 3 provinces in the Philippines, such as Samar, Surigao del Norte. It is the second most abundant species in SNP and must be properly sustained to increase its population. Hence, there is an urgent need to assess the geographical range of all prioritized plants, particularly the less occurrence and endemic species in the Philippines. Figure 5 shows the conservation status of the SINP's top prioritized plant species, which are also threatened species found in other parts in the Philippines. And among the 27 prioritized plants, the O 2017-11 or the Philippine Red List identified 8 vulnerable species and 3 other threatened species. On the other hand, IUCN identified 1 critically endangered, 1 endangered, 2 vulnerable, 10 least concerned, 1 near threatened, and 1 data deficient species. And as shown in this figure, the majority of the prioritized plants in SINP do not have conservation status, with 16 prioritized plants and determined by Philippine Red List and 11 prioritized plants unknown to IUCN. Threats to some prioritized plants in SINP are presented in figure 6, and it was observed that majority of the prioritized plants have little or no information about their threats. As observed in figure 6, deforestation, destruction, and habitat loss are the major threats to some of the prioritized plants in SINP, which tend to reduce plant diversity not just locally but globally. Generally, all these threats have been the causes of habitat destruction, not just in SINP but around the world. It was then followed by 14%, which is the conversion and expansion to agriculture and settlements, and commercial and illegal logging. 11% for overexploitation, 9% for Kaingin farming and selective removal, 8% for forest or land fire, 6% for climate change and mining, and 3% for pests and diseases. It was observed that many of the prioritized plants, such as Caryophyllum piana, ranked first of the prioritized plants in SINP, widely uses for different purposes, has no data on its threat and conservation status in the Philippines. As noticed in Aquilaria cumingiana, it is highly economic and important species not only in the Philippines, but also other areas in the world. This species is a vulnerable species and will become extinct if harvesting of this species will not be sustained. For the conclusion, more mother trees to be tracked down in SINP, particularly for the 22 prioritized plants with no mother trees documented, as it is critical to conserve their genetic resources to increase their population, and sampling plots in SINP containing the endemic, threatened prioritized plants must be provided with exceptional protection to ensure their survival in the wild. Mapping the species distribution could be an essential input in the red list assessment of threatened species in the Philippines by allowing for the calculation of the area and extent of occurrences of a particular species. Aside from that, the findings of this study may inform policymakers that if these prioritized plants are not managed sustainably, they will become extinct in the future, and particularly those prioritized plants that are threatened, endemic to the Philippines, and have fewer occurrences. Therefore, accurate information on the actual location of these species is recommended to determine what mitigating action should be taken to protect these species from extinction. I would like to acknowledge the following institution: the Department of Science and Technology, Philippine Council for Agriculture, Aquatic, and Natural Resources Research and Development, and Science Education Institute. University of the Philippines, Los Baños, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Region 8, Samar State University, and Eastern Samar State University. That will be all. Thank you.
Thank you for the nice journey to the forests of the Philippines.